Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting up the fourth chapter of this series that is about humans as objects of God's love. And without further ado, let us begin. God never tempts anyone, and He Himself is not tempted by anyone. God only does everything according to His will unilaterally. And since God exists by Himself, He who created the world Himself, in principle, He has no other competitors in existence. When the angels rebelled against God, it is tantamount to an act of suicide. And when the angels left their positions, their perditions were immediately ordained. Let us read Jude chapter 1 verse 6, which says, "And the angels who did not keep their positions of authority but abandoned their proper dwelling, these He has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for judgment on the great day." So God does not accept the temptations of the devil or of evil, nor tempts anyone. So whoever opposes God becomes like Satan. Even though God put humanity in this world where the devil is, and humanity has to fight with their fleshly bodies and temptations and whatnot, but God is not at war with His creations. Even He, simply showing His nature and His presence, has resulted in the destruction of the devil. The primary nature of God is love. As the Bible says, God is love. God is love is not the same as love is God. God is love, but love cannot be a God. Christianity is not some kind of philosophical belief or psychological impulse, but one that really gives life and salvation. Then, who are the angels? It says that the angels are ministers of God and are also ministering spirits. God created them before the creation of the universe so that they could serve Him and be with Him. And instead, humans are made as objects to receive His love. God created angels and humans with different motivations and purposes for their existence. Angels were created as servants who serve, while humans were created as objects of God's love. God created humans in such a way as an existence that has elements that make it possible to receive God's love. And on the other hand, if humans turn away from God's love, it becomes evil, sin, and corruption. If we look at the book of Hebrews, humans are made slightly lower than angels. This means that humans were created as unable to live without receiving God's love. Compared to angels, humans have more weaknesses. Humans cannot give sickness or poverty to angels, but angels can mislead people as they please, making them sick or poor. So just as a parent loves the weakest child more than any other child, God made humans weaker than angels and allowed them to be in a world ruled by the devil so that God can love them more. Everything comes from God, but regarding sin, the Bible clearly says that sin comes from the devil. We can read about that statement in 1 John chapter 3 verse 8 to 9, which says, "The one who does what is sinful is of the devil, because the devil has been sinning from the beginning. The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the devil's works. No one who is born of God will continue to sin, because God's seed remains in them. They cannot go on sinning because they have been born of God. From this verse, sin began before the creation of the universe, when the fallen angels rebelled against God and transgressed the limits of his power. So it is actually the devil who carries the seed of sin and becomes the cause and the main source of sin. That is all I have to bring up for today, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.